Good morning, everyone. In the last lecture, we discussed two problems related to route service criteria. In the first case, we considered the case when the first element of any row in the route table is 0, but the others values are not 0. If the first value is 0, then we cannot calculate the next row elements. And for this case, we concluded that first, either there is a real pole, pair of real pole with equal and opposite sign, equal magnitude and opposite sign, which makes the system unstable. And second observation, we find that there may be a pair of conjugate roots or imaginary roots on the imaginary axis, which makes the system marginal stable. And for the solution of that case, we considered a small positive number epsilon in place of 0, and then forwarded that route table, and then, as the method says, look at the first column of the route table and check whether there is any sign change in the first column. If there is sign change, then the system is unstable. If there is no sign change, then there may be a pair of imaginary roots on the imaginary axis, right? That makes the system marginal stable. The second problem, we see that if the complete row, all the elements of a row become 0 in a route table, and for that case, we find three conclusions. First, that there may exist at least one pair of real roots with equal magnitude and opposite sign, that makes the system unstable. Second case, there may be one or more pair of imaginary roots on the imaginary axis, that makes the system marginal stable. And the third case, that there may be a pair of complex conjugate roots that makes a symmetry around the origin, and again the system becomes unstable, right? So let us talk about the solution of this second case, right? What is the solution of this second case? For the solution of the second problem in routes array, when all the elements in a row become 0. So what is the solution? Following are the steps to continue with routes array when a row of 0 appears. First, form the auxiliary equation AS is equal to 0. And what will be the auxiliary equation? The row before, just before the row of 0 is auxiliary equation. And this auxiliary equation will always have even powers of S. जो ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन बनेगा वो कौन सा इक्वेशन हो, कौन सी लाइन बनेगी? जहां आपका जीरो का रो बन रहा है, जहां सारे एलिमेंट जीरो बन रहे हैं, उसके जस्ट पहले वाला जो आपका रो होगा वो क्या कहलाएगा? ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन, वही बनेगा ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन। और वो हमेशा ही इवन टर्म होगा, वो हमेशा ही इवन टर्म होगा। और the roots of this auxiliary equation also satisfy the characteristic equation. The roots of this auxiliary equation satisfy the characteristic equation. जो इसके रूट्स होंगे वो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन को भी सेटिस्फाई करेंगे। ठीक है, ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन के जो रूट्स होंगे वो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन को भी सेटिस्फाई करेंगे। इसका मतलब है कि अगर हमें ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन के रूट्स मिल गए तो कम से कम उतने रूट्स, अगर इवन टर्म आता है तो या तो 2 रूट्स होंगे, 4 रूट्स होंगे, 6 रूट्स होंगे, ऐसा ही होगा। तो कम से कम 2, 4, 6, 8 ये जो रूट्स हमें मिल रहे हैं ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करके, दैट विल बी द रूट्स ऑफ आवर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन आल्सो। हमारे कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन के भी वो रूट्स होंगे, तो कम से कम उतने रूट्स तो मिल गए। ठीक है, second step, take the derivative of the auxiliary equation. First derivative of auxiliary equation. Take the first derivative of the auxiliary equation, means d by ds as is equal to 0. d by ds as is equal to 0. And third, replace the row of zeros with the coefficients of the row of zeros with the coefficients of d by ds as is equal to 0। अब जो जीरो वाली रो थी उसको हमें रिप्लेस करना है किससे? इसके कोइफिशिएंट से। जो d बाई डी एस ए एस इज इक्वल टू 0 हमारा इक्वेशन आया, उसके जो कोइफिशिएंट्स होंगे उससे हमको इस जीरो वाली रो को रिप्लेस करना है। शायद क्लियर नहीं दिख रहा है, इसको मैं ऊपर लिख देता हूं। थर्ड, इसके कोएफिशिएंट से हमें जीरो वाली रो को रिप्लेस कर देना है। एंड द फोर्थ वन, कंटिन्यू विद द राउथ टेबुलेशन। Continue with the Routh's tabulation in the usual manner. In the usual manner, right? तो ये चार स्टेप्स हैं। पहला, ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन फाइंड आउट करो। दूसरा, डी बाई डी एस ऑफ ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन कैलकुलेट करो, फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एस। तीसरा, जो फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव आपने कैलकुलेट किया उसके कोएफिशिएंट से जीरो वाली रो को रिप्लेस कर दो। और चौथा, आगे राउथ टेबुलेशन अपना कंटिन्यू करो। अगर फिर से रो ऑफ जीरो मिलती है तो फिर से प्रोसेस वही करना है। सो फिफ्थ, इफ अगेन if the row of zeros occurs again, then repeat the step 1 to 4 again। अगर दोबारा मिलता है रो ऑफ जीरो तो फिर से 1 से लेकर 4 तक के स्टेप्स रिपीट करने। ठीक है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, let we have s power 5 plus 4 s power 4 plus 8 s cube plus 8 s square plus 7s plus 4 is equal to 0। हमें टेस्ट करना है इसकी स्टेबिलिटी बाय यूजिंग राउथ-हर्विस क्राइटेरिया। सो s power 5 4 3 2 1 0। The value here is, coefficient here is 1, 8 7, and here 4 8 4. Now the value for s cube, 8 4 ja 32 minus 8 divided by 4. 32 minus 8, 28. 28 by 4. 20, sorry, not 28. 24. 24. 24 by 4. 24 by 4 is 6. Here 4 7 ja 28 minus 4 divided by 4. Again it is 24 by 4, 6. Obviously here we have 0. Next value, 6 8 ja 48 minus 6 4 ja 24 divided by 6. So 24 by 6, 4. And here we have 4. Obviously it is 0. Next, here is 0. And this is also 0. This is also 0. Right? We have the option, in this case, we have the option to choose the first problem of the Raoult-Hurwitz criteria, where the first element is 0. Where the first element is 0, and we can assume here a small positive number epsilon, and then here will be 4, and since there is no sign change, the system will be stable. So we can only say that the system is stable or not in this case. If I choose here first problem and solve it by using the solution of that first problem, then I can say only that the system is stable or not. Now, let us consider here the second problem and assume that since all the elements are 0, there is the second problem. And if it is second problem, then what will be the auxiliary equation? Auxiliary equation will be this equation, this row. And for this row, the multiplier of this 4 is s square. So as will be 4s square plus, what will be the multiplier of this 4? s square के बाद नेक्स्ट पावर s पावर 1, फिर नेक्स्ट पावर s पावर 0, मीन्स इवन टर्म अगला क्या आएगा? s पावर 0 which is 1. So 4. 4s square plus 4, and this is equal to 0. Right? Take the first derivative d by ds of as, and this will be 8s is equal to 0. 8s is equal to 0, and now I will replace this value with coefficient of s. So here in place of 0 I will write 8, and the next value will be 4. Again the system is stable. Again the system is stable, but now I have this characteristic equation, and since I know that the roots of this characteristic equation will satisfy this characteristic equation. The roots of this auxiliary equation will satisfy this characteristic equation. So, at least I have two roots from these equations. I can find the two roots where my system becomes marginal stable. Right? This is the benefit of this solution. So, from here I get S is equal to plus minus J1 plus minus J1, and this is the value which makes the system marginal stable. System is not unstable, but the system is marginal stable. From here I can say that the system is stable because there is no sign change. But since here we find 0, it means there is a either there is a imaginary root or a pair of real roots with equal magnitude and opposite sign, right? So in this case, since the system is not unstable, system is marginal stable, and where it is marginal stable, at this point the system is marginal stable, and this root will satisfy this also, right? This root will satisfy this also. So if I find a factor of s square plus 1, then there will be a cubic equation, and we can solve the cubic equation to find the roots of all the roots of this characteristic equation, right? Let's take some more example. Assuming s power 6 plus s power 5 plus 5 s power 4 plus 3 s cube plus 2s square minus 4s minus 8 is equal to 0. Assuming we have this characteristic equation, and I have to check the stability of the system. So first, consider the two necessary but not sufficient conditions. And the first condition says that there should be no sign change, and second condition says that there should be no missing term. So there is no missing term, but there is sign change. Therefore, obviously the system is unstable. The system is unstable, but I have to check this by using Routh-Hurwitz criteria. So S power 6, S power 5, S power 4, S power 3, S power 2, S1. The coefficient is 1, 5, 2, minus 8. Here 1, 3, minus 4. Right? The next value will be 5 minus 3, 2 by 1, 2. 2 minus minus 4. 2 minus minus 4. So 2 plus 4, 6. And here minus 8. Right? Here 2 3 ja 6 minus 6. 6 minus 6, 0. So this will be 0. Here 8 minus minus 8, 0. And here I am having 0, 0, 0 and 0. So this is the row which is all 0. Which is all 0. In this case, we cannot consider an small positive element epsilon, because not only this value is 0, here this value is also 0. So this solution will not work here. For this, I have to make auxiliary equation. And what will be auxiliary equation? 2 raised to 2 multiplied by s raised to 4. 2s raised to 4. Then 6s square even term plus 6s square. Then next even term minus 8 is equal to 0. S power 4 s square s power 0. Right? And d by ds as will be 8s cube plus 12s is equal to 0. 8s cube plus 12s is equal to 0. So here the coefficient will be 8 for s cube and for s will have 12. And now solve the remaining part of Routh's criteria. 48 minus 24 divided by 8. So answer will be 3. And here I am having minus 8. Now 36 plus 64 divided by 3, which is 100 by 3. Here 0. And this value will be minus 8. So look at the first column of this Routh table, and there is a sign change. There is a sign change, and this sign change shows that the system is unstable. The system is unstable. Now, let's check the roots of this characteristic equation by solving auxiliary equation. So, for solving this auxiliary equation, let s square is equal to x, then equation will be 2x square plus 6x minus 8 is equal to 0, or x square plus 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. And from here x square plus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0, or x plus 4 minus x plus 4 is equal to 0. So we have the factor x minus 1 and x plus 4 is equal to 0. And obviously what is x? S square. So this will be s square minus 1, s square plus 4 is equal to 0. So the four roots are s is equal to plus minus 1 and plus minus j2. Plus minus 1 and plus minus j2. Now, what are the conclusion here? There is a pair of conjugate roots on imaginary axis. There is a pair of conjugate roots on imaginary axis, which makes the system marginal stable. But there is a pair of real roots with equal magnitude and opposite sign. With equal magnitude and opposite sign, right? Which makes the system unstable. So finally, the system is unstable, and since one sign change is there, so only one root is right side of the S plane. Only one root is in the right side of the S plane, which is 1 plus 1. S is equal to plus 1, right? So in the Rao-Hurwitz criteria, if the second problem occurs, then only we can find the roots which are uh, the main culprit, which are right side of the S plane or on the imaginary axis, which makes the system unstable or marginal stable, right? In the next class, we will take more questions, some more questions, and move forward to the next topic, right? Thank you.